Pezeshkian was almost attacked, pretty much verbally assaulted at the very least. We have a perfect couple of videos that showcase how stupid the regime supporters really are. You guys will be amazed. I know I was. And we also have some statements that have come out from politicians in the Islamic Republic already verbally accusing each other of attempting coups. And Donald Trump has come out and said a timely statement. So a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. There's not too much happening overtly that you can see with your invisible eyes like we did in the past week. Right now, we have to be more interpretive of these events and see who's drawing the lines, the blue political lines, alliances, and military alliances, most importantly in the Middle East. So let's get started. And with the map that we have, we go into Tehran. And so the estimate, I want to show you guys this video right here. Keep in mind that the turnout was somewhere around 400,000 people. The regime is claiming that it was, I think, about 2 million. And there's a video that will tell you about the general, analysis of this if it decides to play here. Let me just refresh that. Hopefully that works. There we go. Okay. So this video goes ahead and analyzes the density of the people on the street and has accordingly, gotten an analysis of that. So with that, the turnout is generally around 400,000, but the maximum. Now, if you stuff people into a square meter, there would be 686,000 people that could physically fit in this location. The regime said 2 million people. The real numbers were around 400,000, no more than 400,000. So let's compare that with the previous funerals that have happened. All right. Or the previous turnouts that have happened. So in December of 2009, 180 days after the Green Movement, 5.2% of Tehran's population attended. 2016, 4.6% of the population attended for these sort of regime events. January 2020, 5.9% attended. This is the general turnout of Tehran's population for these type of events. We didn't get that far this time, and that makes sense. That makes sense because the regime supporters are slowly losing faith that this is not the Islamic Republic that they know and love. Perhaps things are changing. So, guys, previously 5% was the average turnout of Tehran's population. This means everyone from around the country, Afghans, Iraqis, Bangladeshis, Indians, everyone that's imported, with shops being forced to close, free transportation, food, etc., 5% show up. We didn't even have that this year. So that's a stark data-driven analysis. And that has been very disappointing for the Islamic Republic because they're trying to spin this entire thing as this is the Islamic Republic. We're still the Islamic Republic. We're still really strong. Except 5 out of 100 people are showing up. So, yeah, that doesn't look too good.
So, based on everything you saw, what is the number that you think? How many people do you think showed up? What's the best estimate based on all the analysis, all the calculation? What do you think is the right number?
Here's the thing. I checked multiple independent sources. None of them were above 400,000. I would like to be very, very generous, and say max 500,000 in case I'm being very generous, very, very, very generous. None of these independent sources with their analysis said more than 400,000. They were all under. But let's just say 500,000. 500,000 is like point something percent of the population of Iran.
It's less than 1%. It's less than 1%. Yeah. Let's also ignore the fact Let's be charitable. 500,000. That is very charitable. Let's also ignore the fact that the government employees who add up to hundreds of thousands were forced to show up, and if they didn't show up, they would have punishments. That's already hundreds of thousands there. Let's also ignore that they brought people from Iraq, Lebanon, Afghanistan, Yemen, Pakistan, and India, right?
And Bangladesh and Kenya and Sudan and yeah.
Yes. Let's also ignore that, okay? And just say 500,000 people showed up, and they were all, none of them were from outside, which is not true, okay? Even if this best case scenario, at the most important day for the Islamic Republic, around half of 1% of Iranians showed to show their support for the Islamic Republic. The most important event to the Islamic Republic is facing a crisis of identity. The pro-regime people are supposed to come out in defiance to show to the world that they're strong, that they're supporting the regime, that they will show the enemies of the Islamic Republic that they're here and they will not be defeated. We didn't get 1%. We got half of 1%, around a half of the most generous estimation would give you half of, and if you then adjust for all of that, you're not even going to get that. Let's just give them the whole 1%, which let's just double it. Ali, let's double it. Okay, because our estimates show that it's half of 1%. You know what? We're so generous today. We're gonna double it. We give you a full 1%. How is that good? Is that we're me and Ali,
Sure.
we're feeling so generous. We're going with the craziest charitable estimation of the crowd sizes. We're going with the crazy assumption that you brought nobody from outside and nobody from government employees and high schools and universities were not forced to show up there. We're going with that crazy assumption. And we'll give you, we first wanted to give you half of 1% based on all of that, but then we decided to double it we're just being nice today. We're just feeling nice today. You have a full 1% support. Congratulations, Islamic Republic. Full 1%. Unbelievable.
And if we're being realistic and going according to the independent sources that verified the crowd numbers, we're going at 0.2% of the population that showed up. Again, national holiday, everything available for them, free transportation. 0.2% of the Iranian population showed up. Not even 1%. Months ago, we used to say 5% of the population of Iran supports the Islamic Republic fanatically. The 5% that you're like, we're stuck with these guys. There's nothing you can do. It's not even 5%. It's not even 1%. Man. Numbers like these give us a baseline of the damage that's been done to the ideology of the regime.
By the way, guys, just to be clear, I do think the percentage of Durka crazy jihadi people is way higher than 1%, right? I just think that not even those people support the regime anymore. Like, it's not like that jihadi minded people are 1%. That might go up to 10%. It's just that they like even among those people, they don't like the regime anymore.
Yeah.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.